Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Scorpio reading. Currently, we're under the energy that is impacting you in terms of the way that you communicate, learn, and articulate yourself, the way you think about things. And this is particularly relevant because your ruling planet Mercury is actually retrograding into Scorpio as we speak. So this is allowing you an opportunity to rethink things perhaps that you set in motion in late October. There's a way that you are allowing yourself to look critically at your own habits and behaviors, ones that you perhaps have unconsciously established, but that are restricting you moving forward. So this is a beautiful time of going within, looking at your own experience in terms of ways that you can improve or realign yourself with authentic desires and needs that you may have at this time. I'm going to pull Enchanted Spells Oracle, and what pops out is Innocence, which is very consistent with one of your qualities, this sort of idea of purity, the idea of being able to see perfection in all of its details and parts. The idea that perfection is a goal, but it is not a practice. So this brings to mind the idea that has come up often as we have worked so hard to heal those unproductive habits that we have, those unproductive thoughts, in citing perfection as the enemy of the good. To hold that vision, which is perfect. It's a perfect expression of your experience, your feelings, your needs, your thoughts, and allowing that to be a map rather than something that you want to duplicate in reality in full form. This sense of purity towards your sense of purpose, understanding that whatever you do, whatever your practice or effort is around helping others, is around providing clarity to others so that they too can better understand, use information, navigate information in a way that takes them closer to their goals. Your overall energy for this reading is the Wheel of Fortune, and this talks about unexpected good fortune. Something has emerged or has come forward for you in a way that dignifies your effort, long-term effort that you have made, a kind of positive karma that you're experiencing as a result of your dedication, your loyalty, your effort, despite the external environment in which you may have persevered. You may have pushed forward a vision, and how you made yourself available on the basis of your own strength and clarity to help others find that same strength and clarity for themselves. So this is the absolute conviction and faith that you were working towards something that was of service, of use, of value to others, and seeing new opportunities as a result to that consistent faith and belief you have. And finally, underneath the deck, the Eight of Swords is describing how much mental energy you have expended towards this vision, towards this opportunity that you've manifested through long effort. And for many of you, the idea that you have been consistently traveling on a particular road, a particular path, has been useful in terms of how you are releasing this need to understand and overthink, overanalyze every aspect of what you are manifesting beautifully. This opportunity that is mentally exhausting you, and how you are learning to release the thoughts and to sit into the silence, the sacred healing, the space of your own intuition that already knows these answers, that already knows where you're going, the value of where you're going, the kinds of opportunities that you have drawn towards you over a very long period of time and effort. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity, the way others see you, the Queen of Cups is a lovely antidote to this mercurial energy that you automatically apply in bringing your critical thinking at this point towards those habits and behavior patterns that have revealed themselves to be unproductive. How you have instead come to view yourself as worthy of love, as worthy of respect, and a way that you feel empowered to provide those things for you that you once expected others to provide for you. You see this now as an opportunity for growth. All that failures and disappointments have brought to you as being an opportunity for you to tend to those desires, those needs that have gone unclaimed, unasked for, unstated. The intimidation, the fear that naming your desires would instantly make them go away, cause rejection, the kind of rejection that you were already experiencing. Now, the strength of your willingness and value that inclines you to invest in that care, that attention, that nurturance of self, that self-love and respect, the self-honor that you're worthy of, that has made everything that you're manifesting possible. In the first house, the Fool card, this is lovely. This is your perspective. Your perspective feels uniquely informed by consistent faith and belief in yourself, in who you are, and what you have proven to yourself you're willing to do to clear the way to accomplishment or achievement. This rests on a real desire and understanding, a willingness to know who you are. This is a strength in your intuition, not a deficit. The deficit that doubts yourself, that causes this overanalysis, overthinking of things that are not productive, that are based on the guidance, sometimes the instruction, the expectations of others, that actually inhibit or restrict your natural intuitive gifts or talents. And you're holding on to those, or in many ways reinvesting in those, recognizing the strength and value in belief, in faith, in hope in yourself is what is creating this new pathway forward that reinvests in the purity of your vision, of your desire, and lessen the perfection of that. Releasing the idea of perfection and moving forward to take risks that may surprise others, may even surprise you, because you're discovering as you open up opportunities that you never glimpsed previously. The fourth house, the house of your foundation, your soul, your environment, home, domestic environment, the Hermit. This is a card I very much associate with Virgos. Certainly at this time, I see the strength in your investment in yourself, in your looking to yourself for the answers for how you can best exercise your talents, how you can best share what you know, the willingness to have experiences and then open those up for others, sharing that information, bringing that light, that illumination to others, trusting your own authority, and that is the seat on which your accomplishment rests. There's a lot of empowerment that you've sought by allowing yourself that sacred private space, honoring that, despite the social discomfort of that, the social discomfort in protecting yourself. Perhaps in the past that was because your own counsel, your own company was what intuitively felt best. The leisure to exercise your gifts without prying eyes, without witnesses, as an exercise in knowing who you are, what you are, and how you best can express that. But this shows that your authority informs everything that you do. In the seventh house, significant key relationships, the moon. The moon here is about the courage that you are gathering, the faith, the perseverance. You've come a long way. And things that felt uncomfortable about your relationships, and this seems kind of global around relationships with all key individuals in your life or key groups, even relationships with key efforts or passions that have meaning to you, that have significance for who you are, has contained a lot of secrets, a lot of things that made you uncomfortable, a lot of ways that you pushed down or hid from those relationships that you did not feel comfortable in or felt truly embraced by. And this is significant because this is in part what has moved you to come to recognize those patterns and habits that are not productive, that have triggered a sense of ill ease in relationships, the expectations of being rejected that have then kept you back from even engaging in relationships that could grow. So I do see you moving more comfortably and competently using your intellect to identify those places where you've held back, where you have limited yourself because of the fear of rejection. And now understanding that the rejection of others at times is a form of protection, and that you have truly necessarily invested in yourself in the place that has been most productive of the insight, of the nurturance, of the respect, of the love that you know you're deserving of. And as a result of that, your subconscious has released a lot of the sense of guilt or shame or embarrassment that you may have felt as a result of incomplete, uncomfortable, hidden relationships. Those you feel you can now expose at whatever level or status they are, understanding that you now are unburdened by the sense of expecting the worst, expecting a lack of love, expecting rejection. If this reading is resonating for you, Virgo, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, and share this with others if you feel so moved to do so. Drop a comment to me in the comment section. I love the appreciations, the gratitudes, the feedback that I receive from so many of you. Thank you for that. It is truly inspirational. I'm going to clarify the wheel with the ethereal deck, the shadow work deck, and finish off the reading with a crystal oracle card. So the Fool in the very first house, your perspective is clarified by the Star card and the Hanged Man. Wow. So you are thoroughly aligning yourself, as so much in this reading is indicating, with your higher vision. And it feels as though you are approaching some kind of achievement that you did not know was possible. You have somehow put yourself into a situation where your already uh, um, achievements are being integrated with your natural talents and gifts, your perspective, your vision that is unique to you, that comes as a result of this internal authority that you have authored by holding sacred space around what it is that you desire, what vision you are pursuing, the information that you are sharing with others, the service you're providing is reshaping your approach. It's reshaping your perspective. You're coming from a different place as you move forward in a somewhat new direction. Certainly, a new version of yourself is emerging. There is so much that you have worked towards, worked behind the scenes to achieve, that you have diligently, I'm feeling as though you have proceeded along this path with more and more achievements under your belt, but ever closer to a larger global view of possibilities for your community, your organization, or the world at large. You are now simply opening up, and for many of you, rewriting your story. And for those of you that are particularly engaged in the literary arts, writing, speaking, history, telling stories, publishing, this is a really rich time when I feel that you are rewriting or reorganizing your work, uh, pointing it in a new direction, enlisting a larger vision more consciously with your words, with language. In the fourth house, the Hermit card is clarified by the Six of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Two things are coming to mind, at least. You are moving away from an environment where there has been a lot of isolation built into it. It may be the nature of your work, where you spend a lot of time crafting or putting together your work before presentation, but at the same time that you're moving away from a particular lifestyle, I feel that you're also clear about your boundaries, healthy boundaries, very much less allowing yourself to be distracted. And sometimes this is the requirements of your work, that you have to be on committees or join certain kinds of organizations in the community as a way of keeping those lines of communication open with those you serve. I see you being much cleaner about maintaining your own sacred space, moving away from a place where that was imposed on you, and much more authority in defining your workspace and activities, the way in which you are being called upon to reach out to the community is more self-directed now. It's less a requirement of your work. And it's absolutely hinged to a vision you have of an impact you now see yourself able to make. The Moon card in the seventh house of your significant relationships is clarified by the King of Swords and the Ten of Wands. You know, this has to do with the nature of your work, your effort, your project. I see you summarizing uh, the responsibilities or the effort or the contribution that have been made by others that have been suppressed or even erased in many cases. So I see you advocating for something that has been forgotten, a missing element, a missing link, a piece of a story that you are holding up. And this is at tremendous personal cost to you. You may be literally representing a piece of a story that has been neglected, that has been forgotten, that has been pushed to the margins. And you're standing up for that. You're opening up to that. You are inviting new ideas, new energy, new opportunities to look at this, to explore this, to compile work that has been done in this regard. This feels like it has to do a lot, again, with some story you're rewriting, some work that you're reorganizing towards the explicit framing of what has been left out. And this is important because you have now the authority, but the credibility of your professional effort to call due attention, to uh, identify yourself in a way that brings others from other places towards you in some kind of discourse, dialogue, conversation. The Queen of Pentacles in the 10th house is clarified by the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups. So indeed, and this feels work heavy, not in the sense of a lot of work, but in the acknowledgement of a lot of work that has already been done by you towards this rewriting, this new story that you're telling, this new narrative that you're creating, not only of who you are and what your capacity is, but the opportunities that it opens up for this subject, content, project, effort. You are personally seeing a lot of demand for what you do. A lot of eyes are upon you. You're now experiencing or being offered rewards that you once believed were almost a motivation for the work that you have been doing, but now are no longer a distraction from the important impact you're making in your field, in your arena. And that impact is taking you to many unexpected places, but it's offering you a kind of fulfillment, a kind of achievement that was unexpected. And this has to do with a fulfillment of your personal emotional life. This may be finding new friends and partnerships, new opportunities, ways that you are being celebrated or celebrating as part of this new effort. I'm going to finish up this reading, Virgo, with a crystal oracle, and this has popped up, amber, and the key word is ancestors. My ancestors are guiding and loving me now and always. I'm open to receive their support and wisdom. Wow. Thank you so much, Aries, for this beautiful reading. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your shares, all that you do. Until next time, namaste.